Alright folks, welcome back to Geneforge 4. We're now here to go and find Greta. Alright, let's see. Doing good. Nothing special over here. Oh snap, quick spell buttons. Master Jared's office is to the south. Now that you have used the Geneforge, he can teach you how to make new creations and cast new spells. This is also a good time to learn about the quick spell buttons. There are 4 quick spell buttons, pictured above, at the bottom of the screen. Each can be set off to cast a spell you use a lot for easy access. Press a quick spell button to assign a spell to it. A window will appear and you can choose from all the spells you know. Later, press the button again to cast a spell. You can also cast spells in the 4 quick spell buttons by pressing F5 to F8. If you later want to change the spell for the quick spell button, hold down the command key and press the button. You will be allowed to choose a new spell. The command key, I don't even know what that is. Okay. Quick spell buttons. These guys right here. Okay, cool. Let's, oh, nope, just kidding. We're not gonna, can we, oh, nope, just kidding. Heavily locked. I am busy. Okay, Jared. This man is only slightly older than you, and he shows signs of having used the Geneforge. He has the slight glow in the strangely cold air. He also seems to have quickly attained a higher rank than you. He is sitting behind a desk when you enter. He stands, nods at you, and sits down again. That seems to be as warm a greeting as you are likely to get. I am Jared. I am the master here now. A little early, but I will cope. When you need training, you can come to me. I have many troubles, so please be brief. What do you want? Can I have some training? Have? No. Trade for? Yes. I need resources for our work. I will take them, and in return I will give you some of my valuable time. I can teach magic, and I can teach some of the secrets of life crafting. What do you wish? Teach me life crafting. Ooh, I have no money. Okay. But we could learn from this guy. Jared knows how to make several weak but still useful creations. We can improve our Create Fiora, Create Thought, and Create Artilla. Okay, that's very interesting. Teach me magic. Oh, there you go. That's not bad. I could actually afford some of that. Improve days. Ooh. Confuses all nearby enemies. They will have a chance of not being able to move or attack. Attacking the enemy breaks the spell. More effective on creations, mental magic, and spellcraft will make this spell more powerful. Oh, it kills me. See, I made a bad decision being this character because I love magic. I love magic. I should have been a magic user. Oh well. Do I want to improve days? Sure. Can I improve days again? What happens if I improve days again? Let's do it. Yeah? Bam! Skill is now 3. Alright, what happens with 3 days? Does it not do anything? It just... Okay. Oh, you know what? I might be thinking in kind of like weird other ways, but it used to be that when you got a skill to level 3, it would do something nice for you. But that's okay. We're just gonna have slightly stronger days, which, you know what, I think is fine. Days is a really useful spell. Who's this? Oh, hello, it's a servile. No, we're not gonna steal from you. That's not nice. Oh, there's a book. Let's read it. The book is very short, almost a pamphlet. It is called Unifying the Rebellion. One early section. Friends in Rebellion. I call for unification. Creation and human work apart too much. We should join and mix and fight together for our common cause. It is well known to everyone, inside and outside our movement, that the rebellion has 2 halves. To the south are the humans. They fight to free themselves from constant, cruel, unending Shaper rule and to share in the power of shaping. To the north, in Burwood Province, are the rebelling creations, serviles, drakes, dracons, and others. Creatures considered vile and rogue by the Shapers, their former masters. They fight for their lives. If the Shapers are ever victorious, every rebel creation will be destroyed. This should make the 2 halves of the rebellion grow closer, not further apart. We've all seen the forces that harm us. The humans to the south are losing the war. The dragons to the north are growing more arrogant, declaring their dominion over the other creations. We need to calm ourselves. We need to work together. It is only with unity that the mighty Shaper onslaught can be stopped. Okay, just a tiny thing here. I'm a little bit biased because I've always played the Shapers, and really, let's be honest, I love the Shapers. Everyone else is just being mutinous upstarts. They're jerks, all of them. The Shapers had everything under control. They had rules and regulations for creations and power. One of the key things in this game that is a thing is that using the Geneforge and using the canisters makes you power-hungry, soulless, and evil, essentially, right? What it does is you lose your self-control and you become really arrogant, easily That's kind of what you're seeing in a lot of these characters that we encounter. Right, obviously with the rebellion, everyone is going to have that because they're using the Geneforge, because they're using the canisters. So everyone is going to be in the rebellion is going to be a little bit, off temper and whatnot. In the first game, in the first Geneforge, if you ended up using too many canisters, like let's say 10 canisters or something, or 12 canisters, you'd start not like situations where you might have used diplomacy to get out of. You can no longer do that because you lose your temper and you just automatically go into fighting. So it will do that, and I'm sure that that's kept throughout all the games. One of the other things too is the Drakons are the scum of the earth. I hate the Drakons. The Drakons are really big drakes. They're just giant two-legged walking dragons, really tall, really powerful, and they're arrogant scum. Okay. Now the Shapers have realized that the Drakons shouldn't exist. The Drakons are a barred creation. They're supposed to be destroyed on sight. Okay, whenever I played the Shapers, I hated the Drakons, always fought them, they're scum. But the Rebellion, for some odd reason, thinks that they can reason with these creatures, and obviously they can't. They're being idiots and they're being stupid. So I don't know how this is going to work for me trying to play a character in the Rebellion. Obviously, I can switch over to playing for the Shapers, and that might just inevitably happen because I detest the Rebellion quite a bit, but I might try to work with the Rebellion as long as I don't have to work with the Drakons, because that is one thing I will never do. Drakons are scum. They will offer you power, but ultimately they will just take it away in the end. They are scum. Don't ever trust the Drakons. Okay, with that, let's talk to this guy. Not surprisingly, the Citadel has a skilled alchemist in residence. Shaping research and maintenance of the Geneforge requires the creation of a host of delicate, volatile substances. The alchemist is a small, taciturn servile. Taciturn? I don't know how to pronounce that word. Taciturn servile. She has long, delicate fingers. She must be one of the serviles made by the Shapers to do intricate and exacting crafts. She gives you a little bow. She gives you a little bow when you enter and says, "I am D1. Greetings to you, prospective. I can assist you in the battle if needed." Ooh, do you have any potions for trade? Yes, but they are very expensive. Slightly. Well, that's quite a bit. What sort of things do you make? Many research components, acids and bases, purified metals, and so on. And I make pods and spores for the warriors. Pods and spores? Pods and gourds full of beneficial liquid. They are drunk by one person. Spores are meant to be thrown into the air. They help all nearby. When you use a pod, it helps only you. When you use spores, they help all nearby allies. D1 says, "I am still able to assist you if needed." Ooh, spills of 1,000 noxious concoctions. Good, okay. Do you have any potions for... What sort of things do you make? Where do you get your components? It is difficult. I slip out when I can to gather them in the woods and the swamps. Though in this war, some things have become very rare. Is there anything I can help you find? I am glad you asked. I feel free telling you, since I know you will be wondering. I need a source of deathcap mushrooms. They are scarce in the Forsaken Lands. I have a rival who, I believe, knows where some are, but he will not share them. For the first time, a tinge of emotion enters her speech. She is not able to entirely contain her irritation. Where might I look? There is an alchemist named Eves. He lives among the coast 2 days' journey southwest of here. I think he knows where the mushrooms can be found. How might I get that information from him? I do not know. Certainly nothing I have tried has worked. I would not be sorry, however, if you caused Eves many problems. He is no friend of mine. He helps the Shapers. That's all for now, thanks. Okay, we got our first quest. That's exciting. We're gonna walk this way. Oh, okay, now we can go down. Talk to Greta. Ooh, boots. Yeah. Boom. Okay, don't know how I missed that the first time around. So, next immediate thing is going to be to make a little bit of money so that we can buy those basic skills from that trainer. Confused servile. Serviles are just basically... they used to be just dumb creations made by the Shapers to serve serviles, right? They're essentially slaves or whatever. But in the first game, you met a bunch of awakened serviles, they called themselves, that they're actually quite smart, which is frustrating. Here we go. Where will we find Greta? Is that Greta? Or is that just a mage? Oh, that's just a mage. Okay. Oh, this is fun, exploring. Oh, the visitors' quarters. Have some soup. I'll have some soup. These quarters are for visitors to the citadel. There is nobody here now. All of the agents and merchants who are visiting have fled already. There is only one aged servile left, who is mopping the floor and tending to a pot of stew on the fire. He is the oldest servile you have seen since you joined the rebellion. Serviles can live over a century, and he looks like he has.
Ah, yes, yes, he mutters. Welcome, life crafter. I am Delna. I have little to offer you but food and drink, but those can be yours if needed.
Can I get some food? Oh, come on. Even you're trying to sell me things? How old are you?
Oh, old. I am not sure. I was never told when I was born. 100 years at least. I was freeborn, though. Never lived under Shaper rule. Never let them raise me dumb.
You were born, not created?
Very few serviles are actually shaped. Very difficult. Very demanding. We are fertile creatures, capable of reproducing ourselves. Very few creation species can.
Where did you grow up?
I was one of the few who escaped Susia Island. Susia, though you may not have heard of it, was the true birthplace of the rebellion. It is quite a tale, too long for now, perhaps someday.
And that actually was, as a side note, Susia Island was the first Geneforge. The Shapers would raise you dumb.
You can always tell a servile raised by the Shapers. Slow of thought, slow of speech, trusting, foolish. It is a tragic thing.
Alright, that's all for now. Stupid serval. There we go. What do we got here? Cloak. Don't need it. What's in there? Oh, don't need that either. This is kind of rude. Just rooting around and looking for things. Might as well, though. Visitors' quarters. Tunic. No. Frick, this is a rebellion. We don't have time for that sort of thing. Ooh, it's a blacksmith. Joachim. I might be joking, but I prefer Joachim. The blacksmith for Southforge Citadel is a servile. He is clearly of the variety designed to do physical labor. He is basically a brick of solid muscle.
I greet you, crafter. I happy to help. I happy to trade metal and blade. What you like?
This is a Russian servile The way he speaks marks him as a servile who has spent most of his life raised by Shapers. He is probably one of the few who chose to run away and join the rebels. If he is caught by his former masters, he will be killed for sure.
I would like to trade with you. Is good, cannot just give to you, though I would like to. That is my orders, but I can trade. Money and things we need for things to help you. Buy and sell, yes?
Yeah, I would like to sell something. Alright, what can I sell this guy? We need more money, so sell the animal skins. 10 gold? 10 gold for that. Bam! Let's sell the lovely crystals. Bam! Oh! Bam! The flawed crystals? Yeah! Alright, I don't need the dagger, do I? I guess I do. Probably not. Shaper equipment? Yeah, screw that, sell that. Okay, we're doing good. We're doing good, folks. Okay. Let me see your wares. No, wait, that's wrong voice. That's okay. What do we have here? Chitin armor I already have. Chitin shield. That's interesting. What does a shield do? -5 to hit chance. Not worth it. Belt. Studded belt. Gloves, gauntlets. Bronze short sword. See, that sounds nice. 6 to 24 as opposed to whatever we have. What's, I don't need anything. Where did you come from?
I was a servile of Shapers. I work in their town. They make me work for them. I was made to be slow and dumb, but I was not. Rebellion came. Free servile came to us in night. Other serviles scared. I listened. I understand and left. Left cruel master who made us work many hours with beatings.
Was your master a Shaper?
No. Master was outsider of them. Shapers can let outsiders look after us. They are told to be kind to us, but some are not.
Are most serviles like you intelligent?
Some are made to be indoors, to help with papers. They can talk good. Us workers, they make us be dumb, but I am not dumb. I know talk good, but I do think.
Who was your master?
Master was Master Thel, was cruel. Has other serviles, probably cruel to them too. I ask life crafters to hurt him, make him leave his serviles, make him stop, but they will not.
Joachim gets a crafty look in his eyes.
I reward you if you did this thing for me. Stop Thel, make him release his serviles, however needed.
Where is Thel?
In Hamlet on south coast, west of here, near gate to Elia.
Why won't they help you?
They do not want to anger the civilians. That is what they said, and they say that they have other worries. True, I suppose, but I am angry.
What did he do to you?
He shakes his head. I have Dignity. Yes. I do not wish to say. He is a bad man. Okay, there's another mission. Stop Master Fell. Good things, good things. What else do we have going on here? Belt. No, no. Oh, another trader. You meet the quartermaster of the citadel. Not surprisingly, she is hard at work sorting through the supplies to determine what will stay here and what will be taken away. She is a human. Though not a life crafter, she looks at your clothes with an appraising eye, unconsciously evaluating the quality of your gear. Hail to you, I'm Masha. I look after the supplies for the fort. Always have extras of some things and need more of others. What are you after? Is there anything you can give me? If I had stuff just to spare, I'd be glad to. If Greta ordered me to give you something, I would happily. But we do not live in so happy a world. I have good equipment, but you'll have to trade for it. Fine, I'd like to trade with you. Excellent, I'm buying and selling. I would like to sell something. Does she offer better prices? She probably does. Oh well. Let me see your wares. Masha is the quartermaster of the fort. She trades and schemes to get the equipment the soldiers and lifecrafters need. Nothing outstanding. She's got living tools at an expensive price. Icy crystals, I could get a few. But, no, I'm saving up for skills. So, thanks. No, there's nothing really. No mission from her. Who's this? Eagland is carrying some heavy boxes. He stomps past you. Sorry, much to do. No time for you. No, thanks, Eagland. Bet you that's a... Oh, no, it's not. What's through here? There's one of the things that I've noticed in the Geneforge games, yeah, you see, is there's these doors, usually, and if you do missions for whatever character, I'm guessing Greta, then she'll say, oh, I'm going to get that door unlocked for you, and then there'll be a canister or some valuable item behind it. Yeah, so that was the quartermaster. That's not bad. We've gotten 2 missions, we've talked to a couple people. What's through here? I'm sorry, Greta has not yet given permission for you to leave. You'll have to talk to her. I think she's in the command center. He points to the northeast. Okay, so that's the exit from, are we in South Forge? I forget. Secure access hall. Interesting. Must have some valuable items kicking around here. Tools. Value 5. What do we have? Brick. I mean, it's just the case. I'm sorry, but, you know, money is hard to come by, so you gotta look for it wherever you can. Okay, looks like that's a battle alpha. Yeah. Oh, man. What do we have? Pants! Oh, I got pants. I'm excited. Oh, Captain Zachary. Let's talk to him. This is one of the many human warriors of the rebellion. He has no magical powers, he is not a creation, he is just an ordinary person skilled with weapons, who hates the Shapers. There are a lot like him. He doesn't seem inclined to give you any special respect because you're a life crafter, though. He nods to you and says, Ah, a perspective. I'm Captain Zachary, and I'm very, very busy. Speak your piece and let me continue my work. What are you doing now? We are evacuating. We're getting out of here before the Shapers return in force. I'm organizing the flight and making sure the components get to safety. Why don't we stay and fight? With the defenses we have here, against the full might of the Shapers, our only advantage is that the Shapers haven't had time to get a full force here yet. Once they bring a full platoon of Kishak and war trials, if we don't leave soon, we're finished. What components did you mean? The pieces of the Geneforge. They'll be taken somewhere to try to rebuild it. I don't know anything about it, but I'm told it was very difficult to make. Ugh. Okay, he's kind of resentful. That's okay. I require some assistance. Captain snorts. Okay, that was a terrible snort. Huh. You and the rest of the world. Leave me be. The whole world doesn't orbit around you, prospectives. Why are you fighting against the Shapers? Me? Because I don't like them. I don't like the way they treat the creations, and I don't like the way they treat the humans. Did they do anything to you personally? When I was a child, in my land, we had a famine. We asked the Shapers to help us, to make a new sort of wheat that could survive where we were. They refused. Said some nonsense about stability of the system or alien species or something. They didn't want to help us, and we starved. Some died. I never forgot that. Okay. I would like to help. Then help Greta. She is the one in charge of your lot. Unless he thinks. There is a problem we have. Need someone of low rank to deal with it. Can't spare my troops.
We don't have enough food for the journey. I suspect that Eaglin, the quartermaster's assistant, has been stealing stuff for his own purposes. Normally some theft is expected, but with supplies so tight, I can't afford the loss. That's a way you can help me. More supplies now will save lives later. Okay. How can I get him to confess? I don't know. Use your amazing life crafter skills. What does the quartermaster say? Masha? Not much. She's not very bright, truth be told. The Shapers breed some of the serviles to be really dumb and trusting, but Masha is human. Not sure what her excuse is. That's funny. Okay. Well, this sounds easy enough. Let's convince that guy that he's... We should be able to do it. Come on, we've got 5... Ooh, thorns. We have 5... whatever you call that thing. So I'm pretty sure that'll work. Let's do that right now. Tell him to stop stealing. Eaglin is carrying some heavy boxes. Sorry, much to do, no time for you. Oh, okay, we have to follow him. There we go. You meet a small, wiry, nervous man. His clothes are surprisingly nice and clean, considering both that he lives underground and that he spends most of his time carrying around heavy boxes. He tries to avoid speaking with you, but you manage to corner him. Yes. Hello, Lifecrafter. I didn't see you there. I'm Eaglin. I'm very, very busy. Work for the quartermaster. Can I help you? Can I buy something from you? Oh, no, I just help with things. For trade. You must talk to Masha. What do you do exactly? Carry things, sort things, tedious work. Well suited to a dullard like me. Any opinion on what's happening in the fort? It's not good, is it? I hope to get away soon. Speaking of which, much needs to be done. I have to go. Good day. So, has anything been stolen recently? Eaglin instantly sees through your subterfuge. No, not that I know of. Not a thing. He is extremely nervous. Now, usually the way the game works is if your skill is high enough, you're going to get a new option. If your leadership skill is high enough, you're going to get a new option, and they're usually closer to the bottom. So I'm going to go with number 2. Well, I'm looking for stolen goods. Any idea where a good hiding place would be? For a moment, you see Eaglin's eyes involuntarily dart toward the exit. Then he resumes staring at you resentfully. I wouldn't know that sort of thing. I'm not a thief. He storms off. Perhaps if he left and you followed him, you might discover something. Oh. Where's he going? Where's he going? Eaglin appears to be about to do something. When he notices you nearby, he wanders off, pretending that he didn't see you. You must have been too close. Damn it! He's hiding them in the rocks. I knew it. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna hide here. When Eaglin walks back, just me, I'm gonna just stand and watch him. Maybe if I hide right here, that should work. I'm sure he won't spot me. Have the Fuhrer stand here. Alright, we're hiding behind this carriage thing. Come on, Eaglin. Alright, send the Fuhrer. Scout. Oh, there he is. Aha! From a safe distance, you watch Eaglin. You see him move some rocks out of the way, take something out of his pocket, and hide it in the rubble. Then, too late, he looks around for hidden observers. He sees you. In a panic, he runs up to you. I'm sorry, Please don't tell anyone. You were hiding stolen supplies, weren't you? Just some food, and some metal. I was just greedy, I admit it. I just took a little bit. I'll never do it again. Please don't tell the captain. I have to tell him. You'll just have to accept your punishment. Oh, well, then I'll have to be killed, probably, to satisfy your moral scruples. I better go make my final preparations. Whatever happens to me will be on your head. He turns and walks out of the room. You note that he seemed not so much contrite as resentful that you bothered him. Oh shit, I don't trust this guy. Oh shit, what's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? Let's tell the captain real quick. I saw where Eaglin had put the supplies. Alright, that is a help. Glad that was stopped. After the evacuation, I'll deal with Eaglin. I don't think I'll kill him, but he'll have to be punished somehow. As for a reward, you can have some money. I can't spare equipment, but money does us no good at the moment. He has an aide bring you a pouch of coins. Yeah. Awesome. 150 coins and some experience. See, I didn't think Eaglin would be killed. He's a little bit resentful. He's kind of a jerk. Not a good person. I don't have any moral scruples about it. Really, I mean, we're supposed to all be working together anyways. Let's go to the cells. That's scary. We should talk to Greta, I think. Oh, what's this? I heard ticking. Oh no. This workshop has been thoroughly trashed. It looks like Shaper Raiders threw in a few fireballs which detonated some of the mines being worked on within. The result was predictably a big mess. There is one young servile trying to salvage some of the tools. She seems to be just short of giving in to despair. When you enter, she rushes up to you. At last, a life crafter. I am Dasa, an apprentice mine tender. Please, can you help me? The others, they're all too busy. You work on the mines? I was being trained to. I was learning to breed them and set them in frames and place them, but now my master is dead, killed by the Shapers, and I have to flee. I will have to find a new teacher. Isn't working on the mines dangerous? Not normally. The mines, they are living things, though dumb. They are told are set to harm something specific, usually a shaper or life crafter. Normally they would not damage a serval like me, but sometimes things go wrong. Sometimes the creatures get sick, they go funny. Only then is it dangerous. The mines are bred? Of course, like all life crafter work. Like the living tools in the batons, they are living things charged with essence, set in a shell, given instructions, left to defend. Ah. You mentioned that you need my help. Yes, the leaders, they have no more need of mines. They flee, not defend. I was told to get my tools and leave, but my tools are in the cave to the east, and the mines there, they are disturbed. They would hurt me. Can you help me? Can you deactivate the trigger for me with your Lifecrafter skill? How can I deactivate the trigger? Well, you could set it off. Very dangerous, unless you can disarm the mines around it. You can tell the trigger it is in the center of the mines, or you can use the failsafe switch. It is in the back of the room, but you will have to slip around the trigger to reach it. Can I send in creations to set off the mines? Dasa looks disturbed. That is Shaper thinking. Mines are sometimes set to harm creations, but even when that happens, why would you do something so cruel? Even to a creation that just seems, to you, to be an animal. If the creations I make are animals, how can I be wrong to use them to protect myself? Yeah, I don't know. Which opinion do I take? See, one of the things in the game is that people remember, like, sometimes you get these questions, these moral questions, and depending on how you answer them, will affect who will trust you in a way, right? So if I say the top one, if I say if the creations I make are animals, how can it be wrong to use them to protect myself? I'm going to be taken as this arrogant Shaper type, and that'll probably get me in well with the Shapers. But if I want to be good with the Rebellion, I should probably say the second one, which is, you are right, I should try to protect the lives of even my simplest creations. Fine. Number 2. The servile nods. As a creator, you may be owed obedience, but you have a responsibility to your creations as well. Okay, you know what? That's pretty true. I'll buy that. That's all for now. Thanks. See, as a Shaper, I didn't think that you had to be a cruel Shaper, per se. Some people believe that, but I think that Shapers are just misunderstood. This must be where she's at. Oh, news of Alwyn. General Alwyn. Alwyn is one of the main leaders of the Shapers. He's a Shaper Guardian. Oh, hold on. There we go. Now we're going to talk to Greta, and I guess move on with things. Greta is working hard organizing the evacuation of the citadel. She appears to have taken command. She is surrounded by maps and reports, and she is barking commands to the serviles around her. As they run in all directions, carrying instructions to the troops, she turns and inspects you. She silently takes in your appearance, evaluating what has been done to you. Then she nods. I see. It is completed. Are you ready to do your duty? You notice that she looks somewhat sad. What is wrong? It is just the modifications, the changes it makes in the eyes. Sometimes I think when we fight the Shapers, we begin to become... She shakes her head. Never mind. Whatever this means, our goal is a noble one. Now then, on to your mission. She has a point. I think what she's getting at is that we become like the Shapers, because we become arrogant by the power. You know, power corrupts, yada yada. I'd like to know more about you. That does not surprise me. I can spend a few minutes to tell you my story. You might find it instructive in the struggles ahead. My story, or the relevant parts of it, began on the Ashen Isles, far to the north of here. I was trained as a Shaper. You were trained as a Shaper? As an agent, to be specific. The 3 classes of their sect are Guardian, Agent, and Shaper, though all are usually referred to by outsiders as Shaper. I was in training when the rebellion began. The rebels attacked the school I was in. Most of us died. 3 of us survived, and we left to try to help against the rebels. And this was on the Ashen Isles. Yes, what is now the capital of the rebellion, our most secure island fortress, but you're making me get ahead of myself. There were 3 of you? Yes, me, a guardian named Alwyn, and a shaper. Alwyn's name has grown very familiar. Okay, so just a little, this is really cool actually. The third game, basically game 3, 4, and 5, are pretty much continuations of each other, right? So while you as the player play different characters, in game 3 you were that shaper, right? And you were given these 2 companions, Greta and Alwyn, and you had to choose between them who you were going to follow. And Greta was the rebellious one, Alwyn was the loyalist. And as the game progresses, you'll see, I don't know about Greta, but I know that Alwyn becomes essentially one of the members of the Shaper Council, one of the most powerful Shapers, in the realm. And you see him in game 5, and that was a really cool aspect. Alwyn's name has grown very familiar. Where is Alwyn now? He is a powerful general of the Shapers, a scourge, who has slain many a rebel. He was a fanatic when I knew him, more so now. Who was the 3rd Shaper? She looks pained. I don't speak of it. What happened was painful. But without that Shaper's actions, little that has happened so far would have come to pass. What did you do? We wandered the islands, we fought the rebels, and then, as time passed, I realized that I was on the wrong side. That the Shapers, those who had trained me, were cruel taskmasters. So I did something that seemed, and probably was, suicidal. I left them and joined the rebels. I helped them take over the Ashen Isles, and to spread the rebellion to Terrestia. And since then, I've seen a lot of friends die. I saw the rebellion seize the eastern third of the continent. I saw the Shapers take back much of it back. I saw the Geneforges be built, and I'm about to see one of them dismantled. And that is enough storytelling. I simply wanted to say enough to give one lesson. And what lesson is that? Do not be a fanatic. Don't close your eyes. Don't make up your mind before you see both sides of an issue. And don't think there can only be one route to any goal. Someday, the rebellions may take the wrong course, and then we will count on the fresh and young, like you, to correct us. That is all. Now back to your mission. Can I get more training or equipment? This citadel has been cut off for some time, and the Shaper attack was costly. Still, there are places where you can barter for training and equipment. I'm afraid you will seldom find the quartermasters and trainers of the rebellion just giving you things. Supplies are tight and everyone has a budget. But if you're willing to pay with supplies you liberate from the foe... where can I trade for supplies? Speak with Masha. She is the quartermaster. You can find her to the west. Where can I get training? Unfortunately, you will have to speak with Jared. He is upstairs near the Geneforge. His master was killed in the recent attack, so he is our best teacher now, though he can be unpleasant. Okay, what are my first orders? To begin with, I need your opinion. We have captured an enemy Shaper. She is up in the prison cells, and I would like you to evaluate her and see if she can be made into a double agent. Follow Paul. He will show you to the cells. The stairway up to them is in the southeast corner of the fort. Go upstairs and speak with the prisoner. Okay. Why are you sending me? Nobody else has been able to get her to say anything. Before I have to resort to crude methods, I would like to see if someone young and untested tempts her out of her shell. Any advice? Just see if you can get her to speak. That would be more than anyone else has been able to do. That's all for now, thanks. Alright, question enemy. That sounds easy enough. I think I can do it. I mean, I have 5 leadership. That's pretty good for early on. I don't think usually... I think if you get like 10 or 12 leadership, usually that's enough to get through the whole game. So I'm going to save it here, actually, as first quest, first mission. Alright. Now, I think we've actually explored the majority of South Forge. So let's go ahead and... do our first mission. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna save this here and we'll make that in our next video. So thanks for watching, folks, and take care.